So today I thought I'd talk about the most important piece of gear that I take to every gig that I think every bass player should have in their bag. And no, it's not any of my instruments, it's none of my pedals, it's this guy, a speed cube. The reason I think a cube should be in every musician's case is a couple of reasons. One, I find being a musician, whether you're touring or playing locally, there's often a lot of downtime at gigs. Like sometimes there's like hours between sound check and your show. Sometimes I find myself I'm traveling on transit or like taking trains or flying to gigs. There's like so much time spent in travel that like I really like having something that can like kind of like keep my hands busy, kind of like keep me occupied. That isn't just like scrolling on my phone, you know? And I also like that's like an activity that's no screens. Like I recently got the Switch 2, absolutely love it. Any fans of Resident Evil Requiem here, like playing the living daylights out of that game. But yeah, sometimes I want to break from screens. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about what I look for in a cube, and more specifically, I think the demands of taking a cube on the road changes compared to like what I have at home or what I use in competitions. So I keep holding this cube here. This is the Cubicle Ferrocore. Version 1, I got it because when version 2 came out, version 1 went on sale, and I'm like, I've always wanted to try the Ferrocore. And I mean, how much of a difference is there between the V1, V2? I don't know. I thought this would be a good opportunity to buy this on sale. It's quickly become my main cube. I mean, I recently, like, Cubehead wasn't wrong. This cube, I mean, even like making this video, I just keep turning in my hands. Just so much fun. Like, he's right. It is highly addictive. And I did break my PB with this within a week of getting it. So, like, I mean, as advertised, Cubehead was not wrong. Shout out. But even though this has become my new main, and I'm looking forward to using it in some comps coming up next month, it's actually not what I take on the road. And that's my first point, is your road cube should not be your main. When I'm on the road and when I'm playing gigs, I'm often in environments where I'm worried about my cubes like getting lost or damaged or just dirty. I mean, shout out to, I opened for James Blonde last year. Their guitar player was traveling with, he said it was his main, and I believe it was a Tornado V2 or V3. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that guy was touring with his main. Props to that guy. He's braver than I am. Maybe he's more organized than I am too. I don't know. But for me, rule number 1, don't take your main. You're going to regret it. Second point is, I find a lot of times when I'm at gigs, like unless there's a really well lit green room, oftentimes the lighting might not be the best. It can be a little hard to tell colors apart. A big thing I find is color contrast is very important. Another thing, like I mentioned, is durability. Like it should be a pretty durable cube so that you don't end up breaking it. And the last point is it should just be fun. Like you're cubing on the road to have fun, to kill time. It shouldn't be like frustrating to use. So I'll go through my cube collection and talk about what cubes I have, what I'm taking on the road, and why. So first up, my Ferrocore, it's my main. It's out of the question, so I'll put that aside for now. On the complete opposite, I have this cube. It says FS on it. I watched a YouTube video recently of someone reviewing this cube. It's very old. This is like from like the early 2010s. I want to say maybe like 2011 or something like that. Anyways, as you can tell, like it's a very old cube. I was doing some solves on this earlier, and I was just like, it was just really frustrating to solve on. Like like it's stickered. I don't like that. The color contrast is terrible. There's no magnets. Like it's just, by today's standards, it's just not a great cube. Like this is great in 2011 compared to a standard stock Rubik's Cube, and that's about it. My next cube is this Diane Guhong Pro. It's not the Guhong Pro Plus, so it does not have adjustable magnets. This cube used to be my main, and for good reason. It turns super well. Yeah, I find like the feel on this cube is very buttery. Like I almost think of it like it feels like a liquid. Like it doesn't even feel solid. Like that's kind of cool. One thing it does suffer from a little bit that I was noticing sometimes when I take it out is the color contrast. Especially like here I have a light on it. Like you can see like that yellow white is really tough to see, and in low light environments it's really tough. Like I find myself mixing up yellow and white quite a bit. I am color neutral, so maybe it comes up more for me, like because I'm seeing yellow and white in my F2L pairs in a way that maybe if I was strictly white or strictly white yellow, it wouldn't bother me as much. Durability wise, actually, this is one reason I stopped taking this when it was my main, is if you look there, there's a bit of a that little bit of scuff there, it comes from like one time I dropped it. I actually lost a magnet in here. It's missing one magnet. So the durability is not quite there, but man, is this fun to turn on. One thing I didn't mention earlier is sound. Typically I find like if I'm cubing at a gig, it's already a loud bar environment or something, but sometimes like, let's say like if I'm in a car with a couple bandmates or something, or a quiet green room, sound can be a bit of an issue. So I like that the Diane is pretty quiet. That's a big reason why I got it. I wanted to get a cube that was relatively quiet. My last cube I'll take a look at here is this GAN. This is a 356M. So once again, a pretty old cube. I got this used off of Marketplace because I was curious about GAN. I mean, obviously, we've all heard of GAN. And I was curious about the GAN feel and some of the GAN features. Like I said, pretty old cube. I do find this one a little sluggish to turn. One thing I should mention is that I'm a big fan of like the modern turning style. Like they're kind of like really loose, really fast cubes. Like all my cubes are on the loosest settings with fast lube. Maybe that comes from like my musicianship as well. I really love low action basses. I love very effortless playing. Cubing wise, it encourages me to practice more. I'm not getting as tired when I'm cubing. And this just, yeah, I feel like I have to turn a little bit harder. It is very snappy. It is very, very blocky. The biggest thing I think this has going for it is the color contrast. So if you look there, even on this camera with this glaring light on it, you could still clearly see white, yellow very, very clearly. Like all the colors actually are very, very well represented, like all the opposite colors. And durability wise, I feel like this cube feels a little bit more hollow. It feels like it's more resistant to like if I was to drop it. And yeah, like the magnets, as you can see there, are built in a way and attached to the cube in a way. I'm not really worried about them falling out. They look very securely put in there. So when it comes to what cube I'm taking on the road, it really comes down to these two, my GAN and my Diane, my Gurung Pro. And the result is, drumroll please, my Diane. So even though it had some features that made it maybe not the most road friendly, particularly the color contrast and the durability, the fun factor is just so high in this thing that I was like, I gotta be taking this one. It's 1 millimeter smaller than the GAN. It's 2 millimeters smaller than the GAN. This is a 54 millimeter cube instead of 56. Very small difference, but I usually keep it in this this case over here, so saving a little space is kind of nice. A big thing I didn't mention is, like I said, I like that fast, quick turning feel. And one issue I find with the GAN, and I know people have said this before, is GAN cubes typically, they tend to like chew up lube really fast. Like I find that cube, when I've freshly cleaned it, freshly set it up, put fresh lube in it, it's great for a day or two, and then it falls off really, really quickly. Whereas the Diane, like I haven't lubed or cleaned this in several weeks actually, and it's still fun and easy to turn. Like it's a very low maintenance cube, and the last thing I want to do on the road is be disassembling cubes and clean them out and lubing them. Like I just want to be able to grab it, have some fun, put it back in the case, not have to worry about anything. So that wraps up the cubes I'm bringing on the road with me. Obviously this video is coming out on April Fool's. Like I'm not becoming a cubing channel, I'm still a bass channel, haha. But I thought it'd be a cool time to like kind of like combine my two hobbies a little bit. Obviously the most important thing to bring to a gig is a bass. Like I'm a bass player. If I showed up without a bass, that'd be an issue. But yeah, cubing's a lot of fun. I've really loved these last couple of years discovering it, going to comps, meeting other cubers. And genuinely, like I said at the beginning of the video, I love that it gives me something to do at gigs or in transit that isn't just scrolling, that isn't screen related. You know, it gives my eyes my break, my brain a break. And yeah, I really recommend people take up cubing. Yeah, so I will be getting back to bass-centered videos, but if you did like this little diversions into cubing, leave a comment. Subscribe if you like bass. Maybe if you like cubing, maybe we'll do this again. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of the month.